Hi, everybody, and welcome to Values and Shading. My name is Shawn Dell Joyce, and I teach beginning pastel and drawing workshops here at Dunedin Fine Art Center. Now, values are one of the single most important aspects of art. Values help you communicate an idea visually, the same way that words and sentences create an idea verbally. Values are the skeleton that hold a painting together. When I say values, I'm talking about the subtle gradations from light to dark. If you capture even 3, light, medium, and dark, you capture 3-dimensionality. If you capture 5, light, medium, dark, plus 2 more, you're capturing the illusion of realism. Most artists strive for around 10 values to a painting, but even 5 will get you the illusion of realism. I'm going to show you how to capture the illusion of realism by turning a circle into a sphere. Now, a circle is a flat 2-dimensional shape. We need to add the values to turn it into a sphere. The darkest value, and this is about the darkest I can go using this piece of pastel. The darkest is most often the cast shadow on an object. Let's look at a live version of what a sphere looks like, and I'll show you the light logic and where all of those lights fall. So looking at our sphere, you can see the cast shadow, the darkest dark, right on the bottom where it connects to the paper. So here's the darkest dark. That would be the 5 value. Moving back from dark to light, you would see the 4. The 4 is the crest shadow. Crest shows you that it's a rounded shape. Crest shadow is what makes the circle into a sphere. Next, we have 3. 3 would be local color, or the color on the sides of the crest shadow. So if this were an orange instead of a white ball, then the local color, or the middle value, would be just orange. 2 is reflected light, and that's the light that bounces up from the bottom of the sheet onto the underside of the rounded shape. Reflected light can best be seen when you take it away. So this shows you no reflected light. The paper's absorbing all of the light, so you don't see any reflection on the underside of the sphere. If I put the white paper back, then you see white reflecting onto the underside. That's reflected light. Now, reflected light and the crest shadow are things you have to train yourself to see. Nobody is born seeing these things. Instead, another artist shows you, and then you start to see it everywhere. You see the color of a shirt reflecting on the underside of a chin, the color of an apple reflecting on a pear in a still life. The light bounces around. It's never static. The last value is the lightest light, and that's the highlight. That's the bright spot. That's pretty easy to see. Now, if you want to capture this with drawing, you start with your darkest dark. In all art, you go from dark to light, except for watercolors, and we try not to talk about them. So we're going to start with our darkest dark, work towards the lightest light. The 5 value, which would be the cast shadow, would be right underneath the sphere, right where it connects to the paper. The 4 is 1 step lighter. So you can see how this is just 1 step lighter than the 5. The 4 is the rounded form. So this shows you that the shape has form to it, that it's not just a circle that's flat, it's actually 3-dimensional, it's a sphere. So this is the 4. Now the 3 is the middle value. The 3 is not in light, not in dark. So it's going to be right next to the 4. And is considered local color. So this is the color of the object without any light or shadow. The 2 is reflected. The 2 is the lightest you could get and still be touching charcoal or pencil to paper. The 2 is what you would see bouncing up onto the underside of the sphere. So this would be about a 2 value right here. Now, the shadow, as it moves away from the sphere, will get a little bit lighter. And as we go to the highlight, you'll see these become a little more blended. And this shows you that the light source is coming from the side. So this takes a flat 2-dimensional circle and turns it into a sphere or a 3-dimensional form. Now, if you take a little time and practice with different simple subjects, like not only a sphere, but even a triangle, a cone, a square, and a cube, cylinders and ellipses and so forth, the more you practice with these simple shapes, the better your drawing and seeing is. It's more about being able to see the subtle gradations from light and dark. Once you can see them with your eyes, you can capture them with your hands. Whenever I do a still life, I often start with the value sketch from 1 to 5, and then put in the darkest darks first and work my way back through the values, ending with the highlights. Once you have the lightest lights in place, you're done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in a beginning drawing workshop soon.